Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off in Wimbledon. We have a lorry coming straight towards us and the lights have turned amber. They're now red. He's going too fast to stop. If he was doing the 20 mph speed limit, he would have a bit more of a chance to stop at a red light. We're in Epsom for this one. We are approaching a roundabout. The Mercedes in front of us is going to show us a textbook manoeuvre. Yes, textbook manoeuvre from a Mercedes. That is if you are inside out, back to front, moron. So first of all, you're going to go into the right hand lane, even though you want to turn left. And being a Mercedes driver, you don't know where your indicators are to let everyone know that you're in the wrong lane. Now in this clip, we're looking somewhere roughly over there. I would love to know what this woman saw that 20 other people did not see at that crossing. Why she decided to walk and no one else did. There she goes. What did she see that no one else saw? Now she's got to do the walk of shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We're on the good old M25 for this one. And it's the A3 turnoff. Again. The slip road to the left hand side there has been a slip road for nearly a mile. We're almost at the end of it. But there is always someone that will not wait in it. And I expect better from a professional driver. Someone that actually drives for a living. He's probably got something to do with these roadworks driving that tipper truck there. It's about time that they put cameras on these junctions and started fining these people, because it's really close to the end of this slip road here. And it sounds like I've got a flat tyre. I haven't. It's just the state of this road. But look, there's the end of the slip road there. Now I have a golden rule about people pulling out on me. If I have to alter my speed, then they shouldn't have pulled out. It's as simple as that. This van coming up, he should never have pulled out. I know it don't look much, but I still had to alter my speed. Now I'm betting that most of us have got neighbours that have to park outside their house. No matter what, they have to park outside their house. Even if there's roadworks or whatever, they have to park right outside their house and put everyone else in danger because they don't leave a big enough gap for a fire engine or an ambulance to get past. Look at these two idiots. It is a lot closer than what it looks. When I get closer to it, you'll see how tight it is. But a fire engine ain't going to get down there. No way.
Pair of fucking idiots these two are. Unbelievable. Which one parked there first? Got the whole road.
If there was a camera on these lights here, it would catch hundreds of cars here every day. I've never seen a set of traffic lights like it. You can see that it's red. That car is, there you go. It would literally catch hundreds here. Now in this clip, it's all about spotting the danger before it happens. I can spot the danger and I'm driving in the opposite direction. It's not rocket science, it really isn't. You've got bollards right there. Can you see the others? We have a cyclist there. Any more? Yeah, we have an idiot there. Now watch how close this idiot gets to that cyclist and the bollards. Absolute joke.
Oh, fuck me, that was close.
Now in this clip, we're looking over there at the other side of the traffic lights. The usual suspect, I'm afraid. No intentions whatsoever of stopping at that red light. Now in this clip, we're looking at that idiot there. I have to do its thinking for it, because it's driving with its eyes closed, I think. Now as soon as we come past these traffic lights, I can see that there's a van parked there. But they can't. So I have to hold back. They don't indicate to go round it. And I get no thanks for letting them out neither. I don't know why I bother sometimes. I did have to double check myself here whether this was a one-way street or not. I mean, look at the positioning of this car, and it's right close to me when it decides to actually move over. Another one with their eyes closed, I think. And speaking of eyes being closed, this guy can't even see that he's got a pavement either side of him, but he prefers to walk in the road. Now, do I have to give him 1.5 metres even though he's forgot his bike?
2 pavements either side.
Now, this woman behind me, she gets on a bad UK driving video, not because of her driving, because of using a phone. She was behind me for about 5 or 6 miles and her driving was absolutely spot on. I couldn't fault a thing that she did behind me except this. You can tell she's on the phone. You only have to look at the eyes popping up and down all the time to make sure. I had to get on a. It annoys me that she is a good driver, because she, like I say, she was behind me for a long while, but it's that bloody dreaded phone. Leave the bloody thing in your handbag or in your pocket or something. Turn it off. Just leave it alone. And I can't use banana phone anymore. YouTube won't let me use it. They've copyrighted banana phone. Gutted. Now remember, on some channels, if you don't do the thinking for other people, you get classed as a bad driver.
And the Chancellor is expected to announce cuts to national insurance and business tax in his autumn statement.
Open your eyes!
For rolling coverage, this is Talk TV or Times Radio. Talk sport weather with QuickFit. Visit QuickFit.
COVID-19 inquiry needs to hear from you to get a full picture of the pandemic.
COVID left its mark. How do you view
Research, every story matters.
My job to slow down for you so you can overtake the cyclist, is it? I don't think it's supposed to work that way.
Now with this car, I don't know what it's doing. Maybe there's no one in front of it doing its thinking for it, so it can just follow the leader. I have no idea what it's doing. Now in this clip, we're looking at that coach up in front. Now, there is a school down that road to the left hand side. Whether it is a school coach, I do not know. But whether it is or not, should it be that close to the corner? Should it be parked on double yellow lines? Obviously not. So that's one part of his parking that is dodgy. This is another part. It's left a very tight gap for 2 cars to get through there. We can do, as you just saw me and another car get through that gap, but it's tight. And he makes that gap even tighter by just literally pulling out. You'll see in a minute when we go to the rear camera now, that van is by its side when it pulls out, makes the gap even tighter. So it's dangerous driving. Just because you're indicating doesn't mean you can go, even if you are driving a coach. So you'll see this clown come up to the side of me, and I'll tell you what, he is really close to me. You'll see it better from the front camera when we go to that, how close he is. Now obviously you can see that there's a yellow box junction and we both got red lights. I'm turning left and my lights will go green before his. Why he's edging forward, I have no idea. So my lights will turn green before his does. And obviously there's a yellow box junction there for people coming off the main road that turn right down that road to my left hand side. He's edging forward again. I have no idea why.
Where are you going? You've got a red light and a yellow box junction.
So we're just waiting for my lights to turn green and then see what this idiot does then. Now this again is a professional driver. Now I've got a green light, so where is he edging forward to? And you see when I go to the rear camera now, all the cars coming off the main road are still turning right. So he's still got a red light, and yet he goes into the box junction and blocks it up.
So he pulled forward and blocked the yellow box junction. What an arse.
Professional drivers, eh? I shit 'em. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.